Hello and welcome to Too Much Time on Our Hands. It's lovely to be here this evening, and if you're watching, hello Handies, thank you for joining us.
There's a hint
Yes,
of
tonight.
CBBS book at bedtime about your intonation. I'm not sure how it's making me feel.
I was going to go with like Gardener's World.
Gardener's
I could
question time.
try
That's what it is.
ASMR, but
Ugh,
we're
no,
not going.
no, no, no.
That
And
was
that's just how that's
that's the
how I talk to Dan
harshest.
down the.
I got a funny
That's,
story about someone I met this week, but we can get into that in a bit if you like.
so this evening I am joined with Russ. How are you?
Sup. I'm good.
And Dan. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. How are you?
I'm fine. I have been listening to very much too much Lord of the Rings, and verily I shall be speaking as thus. And this
Which at no
evening,
point occurs in any of the Lord of the Rings books.
they, but Duncan said, and they do say, but so and so said, we are missing Tom again. It's very strange. The
I
speech
think missing
changes.
might be a strong word.
Yeah, Utree's branches might have finally got hold of him. Anyway, just
Well, anyway, Tom isn't here.
he's not a paedophile. I'm just joking.
So tonight it is World Book Day.
Yeah.
And many of us have small people who schools and nurseries alike
So
force
close to a sentence there, Duncan. Well done.
schools and nurseries alike force parents to dress up or do something, dress their children or do something to mark World Book Day. For me, it was do a potato as your child's favorite character from a book. And so we thought this evening we would look at who we would dress up as our favorite character from a book or do as a potato from a book, and then maybe look at also people from popular culture, pop culture, whatever, TV shows, films, what kind of character they would dress up as for World Book Day.
Can I just say how very much I'm enjoying the phrase "do as a potato"? I don't think I've ever heard that collection of words in that exact order before, and I really like it.
Good, isn't it?
I'm going to do you as a potato. Like,
I am basically a potato.
What-
Russ, so
what does that
don't get
mean?
it wrong.
Yeah. What does that mean? I mean, paint up as a potato, or
I also hadn't heard of this as like a World Book Day thing. So I know about the dreaded having to make an elaborate costume for your kids.
are you?
My kids' school, they just have to go in their pajamas because they're quite good at avoiding that sort of stress for parents. But yeah, this potato thing was new to me.
Yeah, new to me, but I quite enjoyed it because it meant I just got all the kit out. Instead of painting miniatures, as I would have loved to do, I spent the evening painting potatoes and carrots. Because Philin decided, thankfully, that he was like, yeah, Super Potato. I was like, great. All right, Super Potato. Great choice. Good series of books, if anyone's read it. And Connell wanted carrot because carrot is Super Potato's best bud. And then Connell decided this morning he wanted it as Super Carrot. So I had to go get the paints out and paint on the belt and mask.
But
Right.
did you have to make the carrot out of a potato?
No, I just got a carrot. And then because
Sort
the
of- it's
carrot
not
didn't
really
have the
fulfilling
green
brief
bit,
then, there is it?
it doesn't matter. It was ELC and no one at nursery really gives a shit. Only the school really cares. In fact, the other nursery does dress up as, well, if you want to put on a costume, do that and bring in your favourite book and we'll do story time. Anyway, Connell misses out on most of the book day stuff. Anyway, so let's start. Has anyone got any characters they would either dress up as or do as a potato?
I've got
Do a
a
potato as.
Can I talk about a new favourite book?
Yeah.
Let's do.
It's a real page turner. I think everyone should give it a read. It's the Nachman Gauntlet Crusade Guide.
Jesus.
That is allowed. It is a book, and we are celebrating World Book Day.
The limited edition Imperial Guard Codex.
Do those pages still open, Dan?
They do, because I barely looked at it, to be honest. But yeah,
All right.
that's my
You haven't got,
contribution to World Book
you haven't
Day.
got over the cover quite yet.
It's just honestly, like, if I'm being realistic, like, I've already dressed up as the person I would dress up for World Book Day, which is Arthur Dent, because it's like the easiest fucking thing to easiest person to dress
It
up.
is a
as for World
very easy costume, but like attached to a really good book, so nobody
Yeah.
can bitch about it.
Book. Yeah. So
It
like
is.
I went to a book themed fancy dress party, and I dressed up as Arthur Dent.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Did you take your towel?
Yep.
Good.
Towel. I was in a dressing gown. It's good.
I mean, you could also carry a fake goldfish in.
I was just Russ is well aware, no underwear under that dressing gown.
That's
Story
good.
for story for another time, maybe.
So who did you meet then? Come on, there was a story you were going to say at the beginning.
So I just got I was in a situation where I randomly got chatting to someone, and she was from Long Island, and I started talking to her about it. I said, "What did you do over here?" She goes, "Well, I'm a voice actor." She does voice acting, and I said, "Oh, anything I'd know?" And she took one look at me and go, "Well, do you watch hentai?" Yeah. One look at me was all it took. Was like, hentai.
Do you watch hentai?
No, not really. No. So like we carried on chatting, and it turns out she did the voice of the pragmatic female rogue trader from the 40k Rogue Trader game.
Oh, right, cool.
I know that was way cooler. I thought.
Oh my god, that is awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool. Hentai. Oh no, it's a 40k though. Oh, it's the other type of nerd. Okay, yeah, no worries then. That's fine. There's a crossover there, I'm sure. But yeah, not with me apparently. So yeah, but yeah, that was quite cool, right?
Yeah.
Not book related.
That's
but
very cool.
Should we just bin off books? Books are for nerds. Let's talk about our favourite 80s albums.
Sometimes it's World Book Day. You
I
can
think
even include graphic novels and
We
comic
are going to be
books.
keeping it focused on books for nerds.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. There's no.
I'm not.
So,
I-
Dan, you
You're not
can
taking
talk
a
about-
potato to school dressed as like the guy from Birdsong. That's just going to
Yeah,
bring
but you-
everyone down. We're
But
not
you could do
we're
Civil
keeping it-
War.
keeping it silly.
Little Atticus Finch potato.
Yeah, quite good actually. Little white suit. That could look quite good.
I mean, I would do Samwise Gamgee
Yeah,
because A, he's the best
he is the best.
at
It looks a bit like a
Barbarian,
potato anyway.
and he's obsessed with potatoes. So
You go and clutching some little potatoes.
yeah, it would be
Boil them,
meta.
mash them, stick them in a stew, dress them up as the person that said that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
One of those things. Yeah.
Also, clearly a barbarian. Like, his class is barbarian.
You reckon? I reckon
Yeah.
paladin.
No, barbarian. What does he do? He goes,
I think he's a paladin.
no, he likes to rage. The only way he defeats all the he goes in is he rages, and he's like, if you keep on doing this, I'm gonna lose my temper. It's like you're just about to rage.
But what
He
like
fights
Barbarians
by
don't warn
raging.
people. they're
what
about to lose their
carries
temper.
him? What carries him through is his inalienable sense of right and wrong and his loyalty to Frodo. It's not anger. I think he's a,
It's
he's,
all
he's a
the anger.
paladin.
I
Like
think
when
he's
he when he
barbarian.
when he
Paladins-
faces down Shelob.
Yeah.
No, also when he fights Gollum, it's always through rage. He just unleashes the rage.
Yeah, whatever.
He doesn't tell them he's.
Even the most pious paladin's got someone that just really fucks them right off.
Well, yeah, but he
I-
just.
He literally uses light to defeat Shelob, and like no, that's Frodo, isn't it? But anyway, whatever. Regardless, like he's definitely a paladin. Like he's
He would
his
be the-
his
I
sense.
don't think there really is a barbarian. Maybe
He has a whole.
Gimli.
No,
Still
Gimli's
not
a
really.
warrior. He's a fighter.
Yeah,
I would say-
and
no.
probably also like with a couple of levels of like artificer in there as well.
I've just been listening. And all he does is Sam gets angry and then goes on a rampage. And he doesn't even stop. He just continues, and then the rage comes down.
I don't really think he goes on a rampage though.
Does
When?
That
well, it's-
one time with the orcs, yeah, when they've taken away his best boy.
Okay,
when he fights-
Boromir, if anything, is a barbarian.
So I'd see him as just your classic human fighter.
yeah.
Maybe. We've really gone off the tracks.
Yeah, anyway.
Sam's a fucking paladin. He constantly talks about doing the right thing, like throughout the whole thing.
Just going.
He has one bit where he goes a bit. Has a
No, he
wee
doesn't.
hand
He has actually quite a few bits.
he's
He even
definitely
does
a
it at the
paladin.
Battle of Bywater. He does it to
Just because
every
you
time.
get
It was
angry
just-
once in a while doesn't mean you're a barbarian.
Yeah, he literally has a whole speech about
Hmm.
wanting there to be some good in the world.
well, yeah. That doesn't
Like-
mean barbarian can't want good in the world.
So,
No, but
so Aragorn's a ranger, obvs.
No, he's a paladin.
No, he's a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
ranger.
He's-
He invented being a
He's-
ranger.
I agree. He's not a ranger.
He's a
Legolas is a
multi
ranger.
he's a multi-class ranger and paladin.
/ king.
Yeah, but the paladin can be on the righteous of revenge and sort of reclaim the kingdom.
Faramir is a ranger
Faramir's totes ranger.
and
yeah.
a fucking bitch. But like, it's just and Legolas is a ranger as well.
Gimli is a fighter.
Fighter, I agree.
What do you think Gandalf would be?
Sorcerer.
No, he's a bard.
Yeah,
Frodo's a bard.
yeah. So,
Yeah, probably.
which is the one that sings to the king? Merry or Pippin? I always get that confused.
No, Pippin and Merry are both rogues, multi-classed as fighters.
Yeah, they are probably rogues, aren't they? They're the ones that you send in to nick stuff.
I disagree. Like,
They might be shit rogues,
no,
but
they're
they
bards.
initially.
They're bards. They talk the fucking Ents into like going to war.
All right, bards
Yeah.
multi-class as fighters because they do end up being fighters.
Everyone fights, Duncan. Okay, everyone in this fights.
They
at
end
some
up
point,
literally
okay?
as warriors.
Have you played D&D? Everyone
Yeah.
in that fights too. They don't. Have
So
to be
they
a
do end up
fighter
as warriors,
to
but it's
fight.
like it's a little bit sort of ceremonial. They're not actually skilled warriors. So yeah, I think you're definitely right with them being.
They could still be
rogues,
level
but yeah,
1.
I think they're rogue and bard.
Bard.
I mean, they fine, but I mean, they lead the Battle of Bywater, and by that point, they are definitely on the warpath.
Everyone fights in a D&D. Everyone fights. It doesn't matter. The druids fucking fight. Just because they're
Yeah.
annoying doesn't mean they don't fight. Like, just everyone fights. Warlocks fight. Wizards fight. Wizards have swords.
Who'd be
Like-
a druid? Are there any druids in there? No, I don't think there really is.
No,
Uh,
well, Treebeard,
oh,
essentially.
No, Galadriel
Yeah.
might be a druid.
I think she's a
I'm talking
sorcerer.
about like in the main.
See, I think
main
Arwen's
posse.
a sorcerer. Galadriel, I think, is a druid.
Sorcerer. Clear. I mean, she's just awesome.
She's literally using nature to like project the future at one point.
It doesn't mean she can't be a sorcerer.
Oh, and I think she's got in a fight in like some of the earlier works.
God.
So if that means she's probably a fighter barbarian.
She kicks the shit out of Sauron, doesn't she? In the
Yeah,
TV series, or someone.
I haven't watched it. It looks rubbish.
No, I came very close to watching it, and then I heard some stuff.
I actually enjoyed some of the first episodes. I thought it was all right.
Oh, really? Interesting. Genuinely, that might make me watch it. If so, or
All
it
right,
would
I
literally
haven't
be-
finished it. I have watched 3 episodes, I think.
It would take one person saying that's pretty good for me to go. Actually, yeah, maybe I'll watch that. So yeah,
I kind of thought it wasn't too bad. I actually quite mainly, I think it's because I'd just been listening to a lot of Galadriel, and I was like, Galadriel's awesome, and then you get a very good Galadriel. So
I take it back. Galadriel sorcerer, Arwen druid.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That Elrond just needs to be a bit more assertive. Just be a bit more. No, I'm going to take it away from you now, and we're going to put it. No, we're doing it, okay? Wouldn't be quite so many problems. It's really his fault. Yeah.
very much so.
Faramir's
Yeah.
still a bitch. Eowyn. Oh, what are we talking about? Fucking Eomer.
Eomer.
He's a barbarian.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah, he could. Yeah,
well,
So's
he's,
Eowyn, by the way, as well. No, Eowyn wears armor.
well, so does Eomer.
Yeah, but Eomer.
yeah, but I
But
get,
I
you
would
get
agree-
he's,
I-
itching,
I-
he's
back.
itching to rip
Yeah.
it off at any moment, isn't he?
Yeah, and just oil himself up and just throw himself in bed.
Like if those films didn't have to be a 12, he would have been Peshimus Altimus.
No, I mean, look, I've just gone through the books, and Aemma, I agree, is a barbarian, and he takes after his father because his
Yeah.
father just basically went, "Orcs, I'm after them." Well, he didn't sound like that.
He has to wear armor because otherwise the horse gets jealous. Is anyone actually watching this? I hope
No.
not.
Anyway,
We've not really
right.
talked about books.
I did. I totally derailed us. Yes, chaos.
Congrats.
Right. Any Russ or Dan? I don't know. I don't mind
So,
who goes
so
next.
one of my favourite books has always been Frankenstein, and you could definitely do a good Frankenstein's monster out of a potato.
Yeah.
That, I mean, like, it's almost too easy.
Are we just gonna? We're gonna go with like turning things into potatoes because I'm here for it. By the way, just
I mean, or or costume would be quite. But I mean, like, especially if you're talking about sending your kids to school covered with like scars all over their face and grey, deathly pallor and stuff. Unless you go like cartoon style and have like the bolt through the neck and the green face paint, which is, not very book accurate. So yeah, I quite like to
That's
see
cool.
a little Frankenstein's monster potato. Going something more. So, like, my all-time favourite sort of series of pretty much anything is the Discworld books. So, I'd like to see a little Sam Vimes potato. Would be
That'd be cool.
would be pretty cool. Do him a little badge, little sword, little helmet, cape, boots.
Do you know what would be
Basically, Mr.
funny?
Potato Head, isn't it?
A carrot.
Carrot as carrot. Yeah.
Yeah.
or potato as carrot.
But again, yeah, you just have to be a potato that you've carved into the shape of a carrot and painted orange. Otherwise, it's not made of a potato.
You know what also would work? Luggage as a potato. Just sort of square it up a bit.
Yeah, could do. Or sticking with Hitchhiker's Guide, you know those potatoes where it's got like a little extra knobbly potato sticking off the side of it?
Yes,
Get one of those to be Zaphod.
that's
Yes.
a really cool idea. I like
With a
that.
little extra head.
Yeah. I
That'd be quite
was going to try not to be the person that brought this back to 40k tonight. Someone at work was like, I said to them, I go, so we're going to do books tonight. And they went, oh, okay, so what? So you can talk about the Black Library? I'm like, no.
No.
And I was like, shit, that's all I've read for the last year. So, like,
The
I'd like
problem,
to
you
do-
read one, you're like, okay, yeah. So I'll just do another 143 of these, and then I can get back to proper literature.
anyway, a potato as Horace.
Although, haven't they? They're doing a bunch more, aren't they? They're doing the scouring.
Scouring now, yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Which is just basically them chasing chaos rather than the other way around.
And
But,
I bet a bit like the Siege of Terror ones, like the first book of the scouring will be like basically everyone going, "Oh, glad that's over. Let's chase chaos," and like that'll be it. Nothing else will happen.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Also, dressing a kid up as Horace might be entertaining as well. And sending them to school as Horace.
Putting them in a 9-foot tall suit of. No, you're gonna have to get used to the stilts. You can't be looking up at people if you're dressed as Horus.
We went, me, Jack, and Dan went to do the Space Marine VR experience at the
Sounds
weekend.
amazing.
We're going to have to go, Russ. And Duncan. Duncan, come down, we'll go. It was A, a lot of fun. B, you open up to stepping out onto a gantry surrounded by Cadians. And it's only at that point you realise how fucking tall Space Marines are. When you look down to see like these little people, and you're like, I'm looking down, and they're a good 4 foot below you. And
Dan?
like, yeah,
How messed up were your pants? Do
not
you
at
get
all.
off in the
I was too busy-
Cadians?
Too busy trying to. I'd love to. Within instant, I was like, I'd like to be a Cadian now, please, with my little las gun. I will not last long, but I'd like to try it. Yeah, no, you spend most of your time just trying to not walk into other people, which is it does warn you, but like you're relying on other people doing the same thing. But yeah, it's good fun though. Yeah, so yeah, little child Horace is entertaining to me potentially.
That would be pretty cool. Like red LED lights underneath their
Yeah.
collar and stuff.
I was a bit worried Philin would sort of like go, I want this, and pick out something from the Space Marine Codex.
I think it's some things that just aren't very primary school compatible, really, aren't they?
No, but you know what? I could have just carved a hole in the potato and just stuck a Space Marine on top and just going, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Can't read sense got. No, he's this thing called a bloodletter. Like you just can't really do that.
No, I would have had to also paint it as a white scar, probably. I mean,
that's just
a
good
character
choice.
I would dress up as out of probably my favourite series of books. I was thinking of this. I was like, well, who? Detective Miller
Oh,
from The Expanse,
Miller's just cool.
because he is one of my favourite characters. Because the way he just keeps on popping out, and also just because he nails it in the first book, he is just the best.
I do need to finish the Expanse books before I get back to proper literature as well.
I've
got like
proper
3 to
literature.
go.
How dare you, Russ?
I'm trying to think where I'm up to because
No,
I
I do-
have now finished the Expanse TV show,
Yeah,
which
I
finished.
had to watch TV series before I finished the book.
It finished
And
in a
I've
way
only
which
got
very
6
much
books
said, "Yeah, we ran out of time. Read the books; they'll be better." Like the ending is
Sad.
not great of the Expanse.
Just rushed. That's all. They
Very
did
very
rush it.
rushed. Like it feels like there's an entire series worth of conversation in that 5-second phone call that Marco Inaros gets, where the guy says, "I'm finished with you. I have gods to kill." And like,
Yeah.
okay, who are you? And that's it, is it?
Duarte.
Yeah, he's a pretty big deal in the coming books.
Yeah. So I've got a couple of those to do as well.
I'm still going through the final. I can't believe I haven't finished the final book. I know it's just because it's the final book, and I don't want to finish it, but it is very good. I mean, I would also say that if anyone dressed up as Bobby, Dan might have a climax.
I do love Bobby.
Yes.
I was thinking, like, so if I'm dressing up, I want to dress up as I'm with you. I think Miller's a great one to pick. If you're dressing kids up, Little Amos and Little Christian Avasarala might be quite fun.
Yeah.
With
Little
the little
Amos and
drawn on
Chrissy.
beard. Yeah, and then yeah, this kid looking like she's about to cuss up a storm. Yeah, that's
Just imagine.
yeah,
Just teach them. Just say, "But I am that guy."
yeah. And whatever I goddamn like, wherever I goddamn like, yeah, that would be great. Yeah, she's fucking great. She's perfect casting as well. Like that is about as good as it gets.
The Expanse
Yeah.
casting
It
is
could have come
the
across
best.
as sort
Yeah,
of
it is.
silly.
Amos is the only one that's a bit, but yeah, it works. Amos
Yeah, like,
in the
he's-
books I kind of imagine as like a
He's too good looking,
yeah,
but
100%.
I'm you know,
Not complaining.
I'm fine with
let's,
it.
Let's
I'm
let's
absolutely
point that
fine
one
with
out.
it.
In
Absolutely
the books, he does come across that he isn't a bad-looking boy.
No, I think he's meant to be like he's just like a slab-faced wall of muscle. He's not meant to
Yeah.
be hot.
No, but at the same time, well, it does sound like at one point he was a rent boy. So
Yeah, this is true.
I don't
he was a
think,
prostitute. Sorry.
yeah, but I think that was a very long time
I get
ago.
the feeling it's in not a very fussy area, and I think also he's kind of hinting that he was a rent boy when he was a kid, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Yeah.
it was
aged
male
out of
prostitute.
it when he got to like
Yeah.
12. It's pretty.
Yeah.
His backstory is pretty
Pretty dark.
horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what else we got?
What, as a potato?
Potato or like who would dress up?
Potato Amos would be quite fun.
Potato Amos would be amazing, complete with like mashed potato as the guy he shoots. Like, fine with that.
I mean, I would say you could pick any graphic novel as well or comic series because they are comic books.
Okay, buckle in. We've got another 2 hours then because I'm now ready to go. We've hit my zone.
I mean, obviously, Hulk as a potato would be quite good.
I had a little Hulk in the shop earlier today. A little Hulk and a little Black Panther in the
Little
shop
Hulk.
earlier today. Yeah.
Philin loves Black Panther. His swimming costume is a Black Panther one.
No,
Oh, nice.
bless.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you go in graphic novels, then You've got Joker from The Killing Joke, as you know. That's a good one because it's like one of the more popular graphic novels. Potato as Dark Knight Returns Batman because he's basically got that big potato face in that because he's like the older Batman.
Yeah,
it's signified by this like slightly dumpy looking Batman.
Quite like to see a potato Judge Dredd.
There you go.
That'd be perfect.
You'd have to choose a potato with a very prominent jaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be quite good.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Go on, Duncan. Sorry.
No, oh no, I've lost it. Oh, for some reason I just could think of Sandman, but it doesn't really work.
No, and also fuck Neil Gaiman.
Yeah,
So yeah, piece of shit. He turned out to be. Yeah,
wasn't Constantine
yeah,
graphic novel first?
he was. Yeah, he looks very different from Keanu.
Yeah, I really like that film adaptation, but it's it's a very long way. He's a Scouser, isn't he? In the graphic novels, and he's like he's like big and sort of blonde and does not look like Keanu Reeves.
Paint a potato blue. Give it the pure white eyes. The little symbol just like down by the base of the potato. Add on a little Play-Doh cock, blue cock, and you've got Dr. Manhattan potato. That's the way forward.
We could also now do a few folk from our favourite TV shows or whatever films. Well, essentially,
Dude, you've read books. We should be able to do better than this.
Yeah,
You've read more books than me, but still.
I was going to say Bucky. Bucky would do someone be. I would say Bucky would be Aragorn.
Bucky would
because
be Aragorn. Oh, as in, I'm with you now.
Because Bucky read Lord of the Rings, and I think he would do Aragorn. He would do Aragorn.
Yeah, he would. Well, and I'd watch that. I'd sit in the cup chair for that one.
Yeah.
We're all thinking it.
You make it sound like there's an actual like specific chair.
Dude, every fucking hotel room has a cuck chair. Have you not seen this?
I mean, they have chairs.
Yeah,
It's
is
a
a
fucking
chair in a hotel room a cup
No.
chair?
Look at how it's positioned. Okay? It is a fucking...
last
There's a
hotel room I was
whole
in.
thing online about this. About
But just because it's online doesn't mean it's true.
But it is true. Look into your heart. You know it to be true. Okay?
You know, the last hotel room I was in, the chair was behind the desk, but then thinking about it, there was like a chaise longue facing the bed. So maybe
Cuck
it's
chaise longue.
a cuck chaise longue.
Yeah.
I see what you mean, because usually it's a chair that the immediate thought is when you go to like a Premier Inn or
Everyone knows it's for
Travelodge.
dumping your
it's
clothes on because you can't be fucked to put them in the wardrobe because you're only staying
Yeah,
for
but
2
it's
nights.
always the chair that's
then the other guy
underneath
comes
a
along and
standing
moves
light.
Yeah.
It's always a chair next to a standing light, not far from a table where you can put your drink. And sometimes there's a bin.
Yeah.
You've got
There's a
your whole
bin nearby.
process really worked out. I hadn't thought about what I'd be drinking.
You know, when you've got your double Morgan and Coke Zero there, and you put that there, and then obviously you got the light as well, as you said. It's a fucking cuck chair. There is like a whole account on Instagram about best cuck chairs in the world from hotels. He goes traveling hotels and like he finds the best cuck chairs in the hotels.
What
It's
makes it a good cuck chair?
Like one of them's a fucking sauna. So like it's a sauna with a seat that faces directly towards the bed. So why not have a little sauna while you're watching two people make mad passionate love?
Wow.
I'm telling you, like once you see it, you won't unsee it. I need Mike. Mike would back me up on this shit. I'm pretty certain.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
Because
I now see what you mean. I understand. I agree.
Really, what else is that chair there for?
To dump your shit on.
But you have got a wardrobe and a table, one of those weird little things that opens up that they put your suitcase on.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, I've never really understood them.
I will say the last hotel I stayed in didn't have a cuck chair.
I don't believe
Oh
you.
no, hang on. Fuck. It did, didn't it? There was a little there was the windows, there was the bed, and then there was the desk, and there was a chair on the desk, but then there was a little table with a chair that was facing towards the bed. Fuck. That is a cuck chair.
Facing towards the bed.
Instead of looking out the window of beautiful Oban. That was a
Hotel.
cuck chair.
It's called Hotel Cup Chair. I'll send you a
Hotel
link.
cup
I'll send
chair.
you a link later. Yeah. it's. He's got a rating system and everything.
This needs to go in all the chat, not just.
I'll put it in the
Sad.
I'll put it in the Discord now. Okay.
I
So-
wasn't meaning the Discord chat. I was meaning our group chat where we can get Mike involved because then Mike will back you up.
I'm like 90% certain that this is like I think you are the last two people to not
Yeah.
know about the cuck chair thing.
I mean,
I think
I-
Tom would be
I think
all
there are
over it.
many online things that I'm one of the last two people not to be aware of. I'm fine with that these days.
I mean, the last thing one of the dads sent was about Lily Phillips. I don't know who that is.
Bullshit, Duncan.
Don't know until
Oh,
he
no
sent
idea.
it.
I don't even know how to spell porn.
I mean, I do know how to do that, but I didn't know Lily Phillips.
Well, there we go.
I do
I
now.
have no idea who you're talking about.
Well, I only know because someone sent me a message, and the other dads. Anyway, I mean, we could just go back to the Black Library if you really want, but I was trying to think would it be possible to either dress up as Trazin, or could you actually send your child? And I figured you could, because all you need to do is paint a skeleton outfit as silver, and then just give some glowing eyes and a funky hood.
I've got an overwhelming urge to paint a potato as a squig now as well.
Oh my god, that would be perfect.
yes.
Princess!
Pretty much anything as a squig is a winner.
Yes, princess. Yeah, that's a good shout. Everything's a squig if you're brave enough. I'm determined to not go back to Black Library too much. By the way, we've read other books, right? I'm
Well-
relying on you guys here because I barely read, but like, yeah. So on the Discord actually, while we're on it,
We've got people on Discord.
TD tips. Adam said, Dungeon Crawler Carl. I've never read it, so I don't know anything about it. I'm afraid.
No, that's new one to me.
Yeah, so I will now be reading that because that sounds amazing. But yeah, I've just looked it up. It looks fun. But yeah,
I mean, The Witcher would be
sounds like it.
quite a fun one to. I don't know where you dress up a child as, but it'd be quite funny.
I mean, yeah. If you want to ask me why I'd want to be a bath, but yeah. But you are. You'd have a little taste of the bathwater, wouldn't you?
Oh, it was on Adric, wasn't it? About they would have the Witcher scene, but it's just like a marine in his full gear with the blood. Oh my god, sad stuff.
No, okay. So The Witcher, yeah, Witcher's a good one. Bit of talcum powder in the hair, tie it back.
Yeah.
Pretend I'm a lot slimmer than I actually am.
Yeah, 2 swords.
Yeah, and you know, so dye my hair, put on the outfit, tuck in the waist a little bit, come out and yes, I am Yennefer. You know, so yeah. Witcher's books are really good, actually.
Because why would you want to be Geralt when you can be seduced by Geralt?
Exactly, yeah. So, lilac and elderberries, nope. Armani Code. Lilac and gooseberries, sorry, not elderberries. Yeah, this is true. The
I
Witcher
mean-
books are great, by the way. Are genuinely worth a read if you, yeah. I would like to be Ready Player One from Ready Player One. I don't know.
It's a pretty good book.
I liked it. I didn't hate it.
I did,
It was one of those
It was
books that was-
enjoyable.
Yeah, it was one of those books that was 100% always going to be a film. Like you read that and it felt like this is going to be a film at some point. It had that kind of like feeling to it. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be quite difficult to. Oh, maybe it wouldn't be. It'd be a bit of a challenge to. Oh, you could probably do a potato either as a giant sandworm from Dune,
Yes.
or the God Emperor, or
What's his face?
or Atreides.
Nah, you do
Oh,
Harkonnen,
Harken, yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like
The thing is, he looks more like a
do
potato
a
in the
Bene
films.
Gesserit potato. That could look quite good. Just need to sort of put a sort of cover over its face and give it some tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could just wrap it with some bandage and just two blue dots
Two little
and call it
straws sticking out of its nose. There you go.
yeah, and then that would be one of the feck's
Fremen.
sake. Yeah, Fremen.
That's cool.
I can't. I mean, let's face it. The last book I did finish reading was a Black Library, and I just picked up Big Dapper again.
So here's the
So-
problem.
The June books, honestly, like I think I had to stop after like the third one because it gets
where I stopped.
very silly and very odd.
Chapter
Not-
House June, when the sex nuns come in, and that's because he's really horny at this point.
Not like the 40k books, which are not remotely silly.
Look,
It's
sending
kind of,
your child in as
it is
Eisenhorn
weird.
would be great.
Like
That would be great.
I think is it the second June book where it starts quite casually. It's just like, oh, and yeah, they're just all off genociding the galaxy at the moment, and you're like, hang on, what now? Yeah, they've just been slaughtering billions of people, but let's see what's going on here on Arrakis.
On the big
Why are
jihad.
they doing that? Oh, because he thinks it's a good idea. Oh, I don't think I like him anymore then.
Everyone should read The Colour of Magic, Jamafet says.
Yeah, Color Magic is a good book. I personally. Oh my god! Actually, it would work quite well. Would be Horace the cheese from
Horace
The-
the Cheese, yeah.
or one
I
of the
agree,
Wee
you
Frees.
should read The Colour of Magic, but only after you've read pretty much all the other books.
Don't start with the Color Magic.
Yeah, because it's
Where
like
is that in the Horus Heresy series?
it's like a prototype almost. It's not it's not like things are different. Characters are different. The sort of structure and rules of the world are all different.
It's still very fantasy pastiche, but it's still very good.
Yeah, but like there's character inconsistency. I would start with Mort, and then do the first three as like a once you've finished everything else.
I quite liked Equal Rights.
I really like Equal Rights, but again, like there's just stuff.
You'll never make it as a Republican.
Stuff that's all like the wizards are all different, the university's all different.
That's true.
You know, the witches are different.
Yeah, I mean, you could
Granny
start with God.
Weatherwax is pretty set in stone, but yeah. So the first one
Yeah.
I ever read was Guards, which is also
First
quite a
one I
good
read
start
was
point.
Interesting Times. That's really not the one to start with.
Well, I think, but like, yeah, because that one, that's kind of like it's almost the end of RinceWind's story, isn't it? Although
Yeah,
the
Lost Continent.
Last Continent,
Last Continent.
is
Last Continent.
Last Continent. That's it. Is after that, isn't it? And that's
Yeah.
properly that's the last real Rincewind book.
Yeah. But, I mean, Two Flower would actually make quite a good potato, because he is essentially potato.
A potato with big glasses on and a camera.
Yeah.
If you're doing video game characters, that would be great as potatoes. We're not, but I just want to sneak one in.
Go for it.
GLaDOS from Portal 2 would be good. But yeah. Sorry.
Well, I think that's all right.
So I've just seen something very, very funny, and it's made me laugh a lot. It's the Office meme where it says corporate needs you to tell the difference between these two pictures, between this picture and this picture, and one says transgenic mice and one says transgender mice, and Pam's wearing a Make America Great hat, Makes great again hat, and it just says, "I can't fucking read, lol."
Nice.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail it. I did it.
It's fine. Yeah. I did read The Handmaid's Tale, and I don't think I would have. I mean, you could be very dark and have someone dress up as one of the handmaids, and that would be. I mean, that would be quite cutting in the US. That would be something. Like, well, you wouldn't do it in a Republican area because they'll take that as a good idea, but.
Mm.
Okay,
I think it sounds like one of them might have already read it, to be honest with you. But yeah. Who else? You could dress one of them up as Vince Neil from Motley Crue from the book The Dirt, the story of Motley Crue.
I haven't actually read that. Is it a good book?
Yeah, it is. That you realise it kind of doesn't hold back, and it kind of goes into detail about how they are complete fucking bellends. So, and how they just completely mistreat Mick Mars as well. But yeah, still, yeah, it's great. It's a really, really good book. Jamie Fett. Hello, Jamie. How you doing? I read the How to Train Your Dragon book to my youngest, and I enjoyed them more than my kid.
Were they books before?
That's what I didn't know.
I'm not familiar with the
no,
the source material.
Me neither. Maybe
there's going to be like a live action How to Train Your Dragon.
There is. That's
feels very unnecessary.
Stop doing that, please. Just stop.
Yeah, doing that. I agree. I mean, the other series of books that meet a lot of approval is The Dinosaur That Pooped. And doing that has that dinosaur as a potato would be quite good. Is the dinosaur that pooped also? I'm asking Emma this. This is great podcasting. Is that also McFly? So McFly did the dinosaur that pooped.
We've got an answer.
It's one of. It wasn't McFly the band. It was
no, but two of the McFly boys are authors because they also Tom Fletcher did.
Yeah.
There's a monster, there's a elf, there's a witch.
I mean, of course, after he came back from 1985. Any fucking celebrity bellend that walks into a publisher's and says, "I've got an idea for a children's book," gets to do their children's book.
Yes, but they are kind of quite good.
I'm sure they are, but I think there are probably lots of other ones just as good by people that aren't celebrities that never get a chance to get in there.
And that aren't Julia Donaldson.
I'd imagine people aren't dressing their kids up as Stephen King characters nearly enough. So Pennywise is a good one for starters.
I mean, I think for Llewellyn became. It's just a matter of time. By the way, as soon as he's old enough to properly go and watch horror, you're taking him. He loves. I'm not kidding. He is going to go get into horror. I'm like, I'm not here for this. Like zombie horror.
I'll tell you about a great horror film I saw the other day in a minute. So Jack Torrance as well from The Shining. That would be a good one. Yeah. Just with the typewriter. That I think that's the way to go. Who else did I have in mind? I had someone else that I thought would be a good.
Actually, sending someone in as a Triffid.
Yeah.
Would be quite cool. I don't know how you do that.
Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men.
For a Triffid, you could just you could leave the potato and so it starts growing really long roots and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm jumping around going, you could dress a kid up as that, but yeah, you could also do the potato.
Yeah.
Or a carrot. If it's still got its sprouty bits.
Yeah.
If you've made it out of a potato, yeah, sure, that's legit.
Yeah.
Ross is taking the potato bit very seriously. I'm going with any root vegetable.
Is a carrot a potato?
It's a root vegetable. It's not that far off. Like, you could also do a sweet potato.
Duncan? Just sidebar, just while Russ isn't really listening. You know how we're always kind of taking the piss about, like, whales and dolphins being mammals and how that really winds you up? This is clearly winding Russ up. Keep going with it, all right?
carrots
There
are
you go.
potato. If you just find a vegetable that's about a far
I love the
away
fact
from
you are clearly
potatoes,
biting.
big carrot.
It's a root vegetable. It is basically a
Oh,
potato. Does it grow in the
potatoes,
ground?
round, carrots, pointy, potatoes, dull and dingy,
Sweet.
carrots, bright fluorescent orange,
I don't know. I've got some pointy potato.
potatoes,
I will-
savoury,
I will
carrots,
go-
sweet.
Potatoes were at carrots and potatoes were both originally purple. Therefore, they are the same thing.
Purple. Not fucking now, are they?
They're both poisonous. They both come from poisonous families.
Except they're not
Potatoes-
poisonous because you eat them all
Careful,
the time.
Duncan.
No, raw potatoes are, and also the potato plant is still poisonous, whereas carrots are related to hemlock.
Oh, so there's another way they're different then, isn't it?
Duncan, careful, because he'll start telling you can only get them at Easter soon.
Have you fucking seen the price of mini eggs this year? Unbelievable.
You could get them in December, though.
Like, I know in the US they're all talking about how much
Literally
normal
December.
eggs are. Here, it's the mini eggs that have hit the inflation.
Literally on December the 27th, you could get mini eggs.
Here's the problem with America right now. Everything is like that, but eggs are fucking insane in America.
It's as if someone's crashing the economy deliberately for someone else to benefit.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a total cunt in charge, isn't it? But yeah.
I mean, he doesn't look good or smell good, so he's beyond being. So.
I bet he smells of piss, right? I've said this before. He definitely smells of piss.
Mango Mussolini is my favourite phrase to describe.
I've gone off track now. Carrots. I'll go on this argument. I'm going to go with Duncan because I like to go with the troll. So, and that is 100% my argument. I think Duncan's right. Carrots definitely potatoes.
I feel like I've won here. This is great.
Books. I'm just going to shout books. You know, like in Community when they're trying to get the librarian's attention. Like Troy and Abed they want to ask the librarian out. So every now and then they shout books and then just look down again. Oh god, that show's great. No one said any Game of Thrones books yet.
Yes, 'cause they're just tedious.
Whoa, shots fired there.
I
mean,
the last couple weren't great.
They're just not as good as The Expanse. Like they're
I've not read the Game of Thrones books, so I can't tell you.
They're also too long.
You know how The Expanse is very tightly focused, and every new character that's introduced is in service of the larger plot and serves to move things along, give you different perspectives on things, but ultimately it's all racing towards this one point. If you imagine the exact opposite of that, that's Game of Thrones.
It's like we'll add another character, and at some point they might come back or might not.
Yeah, and in a stunning twist, this character will have the same name as several other characters, and you won't be entirely sure which one he's talking about.
It did start off good though, and then I will put it this way: I did enjoy reading Game of Thrones. I have not reread them, and that is very rare because if I enjoy a book, I usually reread it.
I found the last two quite hard going because it just really felt like it was just
I
going nowhere.
I have reread The Expanse
And you get
because they are that good.
you get like whole new plot lines introduced, and all you think is, who the hell is this fucker? Where did he come from? He's the son of what? So he's the heir. Oh Christ, I don't care.
And it's just later
It's not
on.
really a good book unless they're singing and walking for half the book, are they? Is
Exactly. Where's the songs about washing up?
it? Yeah. I've reread that about must be in the tens, Lord of the Rings, and but I think after about the fifth reread, I just skip half of Two Towers because it's like
There's a lot of poetry in that book.
Look, just listen to Andy Serkis do it. It is.
Is it good?
Oh my god, it's fucking amazing.
Love Andy
Like,
Serkis.
he is amazing. Just have him read all books. He is the best.
Does he at some point stop and say can't swim? I was trying to explain that to Shah the other day, Russ, and I genuinely started crying. Like
Oh,
I couldn't hold back from the. It is one of the saddest fucking moments in a TV series.
I don't think. I don't think she's gonna really be into. And although, oh fucking hell, the trailer for the new series looks good.
We haven't talked about that yet. That's better
Right.
than a book.
In his
Let's-
sexy outfit in the first shot, loving it.
that trailer is banging.
It's one of my favorite trailers. It is. People
It's also
are
because
up in
it's
arms.
just
yeah.
it's all about mood and style. There's no sort of real direction about what's actually going to happen.
But the thing is, it's the constant walking and just the different shots of walking away, walking towards. It's fantastic. The cuts are brilliant, and I'm just like, oh. And the music is wonderful. Anyone criticizing it, go fuck yourselves
I
with a
agree.
carrot or a potato, preferably, because it'll be a
Same
bit
thing.
more painful.
Same thing.
It's niche Star Wars because it is Star Wars for curmudgeonly old fuckers like us.
Star Wars is
Yeah,
niche anyway.
correct Star Wars, Russ. Exactly. Yes.
But
The
I think
best
like,
kind.
I think it's good that it's split off into like different audiences. So you've got stuff for kids,
Yeah.
for people that were 10 when the prequels came out and who think Darth Maul is the best thing ever. You've got Star Wars new like Andor for people like us. So it's good that they're all different. You don't have to like all of them, and you might shift from one to the other. But for us, Andor is fucking perfect.
Yeah.
And
And
it's,
then you've got like
this
the
new one looks amazing.
more Skywalker stuff for the people that regularly
Are
get their
boring.
fingers stuck in their bum. Yeah.
The what do I think looked particularly good in the trailer?
All of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
all of
music
it.
music got some criticism, but they can fuck
They
off.
can fuck right off.
Yeah.
The
They know nothing.
the sort of like the bit where the TIE fighters like strafing him in the field.
Yeah.
That looks pretty fucking cool.
It's just yeah. So it's going to be set in like, you know how like season 1 of Andor is set over like it's like 4 different storylines, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is going to be the same thing. And they're releasing them in 3 episode blocks. They're releasing a whole storyline at a time. And so
Okay,
it's going to be set over 4 years between where Andor season 1 finished, and then it's literally going to be, from what I understand, him walking around the corner to meet the guy to get the information for Rogue One. So that's where it's going to end.
Nice.
I'm here for it. That's
Because it's
And
good,
then-
it's really good that they're not going to try and shoehorn in like 7 seasons of stuff when we know what's going to happen to him.
I get the feeling this was originally 4 seasons. Would be what I would say. I get the feeling that they had to kind of cut back a bit.
But that
yeah,
was how
this
they
is-
did the first one. You had like all the stuff on his home planet.
Yeah.
Then you had the heist,
Yeah,
and then you had the
the prison.
you know the prison bit, and then
Yeah.
you had the ending.
Yeah, so fucking good. Can't wait for that. That if that was a book, it would be a great book. That's all I got. There's probably a comic somewhere.
Yawn.
I mean, in fairness, I'm glad Tom's not here.
Yeah, me too.
A lot
Oh,
of the
you got a reason. Sorry.
a lot of the Star Wars books, bit shit.
Yeah.
That's
Just
something
gonna
I've
say.
never really read very many Star Wars books because I read
Because they're a bit shit.
the Heir to the Empire trilogy, as is mandatory, and they're excellent. And then I read one other Star Wars book, which was set like quite a bit further in the future, is when they get invaded by what they call the Yuzang Vong or something like that. And it was fucking rubbish, and I never read another one.
I mean, I listened to, there's the Heir to the Empire, but fair enough. But then listened to Darksaber. That was a bit shit. I was like,
People fucking love lightsabers, don't they? Like,
yeah,
it's,
but Darksaber was like essentially a Death
This
Star
one's great,
3.
Look, it's black. Fucking.
No, was it?
Fucking sword.
The Darksaber was meant to be a third type of Death Star, essentially,
Oh, okay.
with the huts in it. But it was just a bit rubbish. It just wasn't very good. And I mean, maybe it was a bit disappointing that Luke sort of gets a girlfriend and then she vanishes or goes to the dark side or something, and you're like, nah.
Yeah, is that Mara Jade?
No, it was Cassandra or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this shit.
Yeah. So-
I'm here. To, I, I get the feeling that this was originally 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut it down to 4 seasons. And then they cut when I was a kid, I didn't realize Star Wars was political. I know it sounds stupid, but I didn't. And then the older I get, the more I realize that it's 100% about politics. And that's all I really care about now is the political side of Star Wars. I don't care about families. I don't care about getting a tiny little green person home. I don't care about like fucking Wookiees that look like they died and then they don't actually die. I just want the politics of the little guy smacking up to the big guy.
I mean, The Mandalorian was also political.
Yeah, I tell a lie. The Mandalorian was good. I went too far there. Sorry, Grogu. But like, yeah. So fucking sick of Skywalkers now. We've got 9 films on them. That's enough.
Yeah.
Some would argue it's too many. I'm someone.
I mean, we've already just in a other separate chat discussed why Dark Forces is a great game.
Yep.
Is because you're in the Star Wars universe, but you're not a lightsaber, and essentially, I mean, and I know Andor sort of has a certain feel. Andor has a feel of Dark Forces to it,
Yeah.
which is someone Rogue One to it, which is someone gradually coming around to being part of the rebellion.
Yeah. And as much as I like the Darth Vader scene at the end of Rogue One, it feels a little bit like pandering. And I do like it. I want to stress it's really cool, and they made Darth Vader not a bitch anymore. Again, after the prequels did that, by the way, you know, anyone that still likes the prequels, he's a bitch in those films, right? He's a bitch. He is a bitch in those films. Okay. So like, but he made them not a bitch. The prequels are bad. I don't care. People are growing up on the prequels. Good for them. Nostalgia. My nostalgia is better than yours. The original trilogy is better than the prequels. The prequels are shit. Go fuck yourselves. But
Carrots or potatoes.
Carrots are fucking potatoes, and you can get mini eggs all year round. Like what you want, like I don't actually care.
Anyway, read books, people. They are very important because the only way that you actually expand your brain and mind and can really properly escape into utopias, dystopias, any topiary, if you really want. I'm sure there's some good books about hedges. Yeah, topiary, isn't it? Anyway, fucking hell.
Russ, I think we have a podcast one time where we all come on it and we just let Duncan talk and just see where it goes.
That is quite tempting.
Did you want to wrap up, by the way?
I just want to say that there are other ways of expanding your mind. Movies are actually very good for making you think, especially nowadays.
Dan, it's World Book Day. I'm trying to encourage people, motherfuckers out there, to read.
If it's any good, they'll make a film of it. Watch that instead.
Yeah,
but
it's quicker. It's just quicker.
It is quicker and it's better. Like Eddie Redmayne's probably playing one of your characters. What more do you want? Like, and so like, yeah.
I want Goblin Adventurer smut. That's what I want, and there's no movies about that.
Okay.
Look.
I guarantee at 3 o'clock in the morning you're going to get a little message come from me, and I guarantee I found something. Okay. It's all seriousness. We don't get a World Movie Day, do we? We might do. I don't know. I haven't paid attention.
I mean, there is I haven't started. I have been very tempted to start the. What is it? A Court of Thorn and Roses. ACOTAR.
You mean the smut?
The smut.
Yeah.
But that's smut for the ladies.
It is very much smut for the ladies. This is very true.
I did read 50 Shades of Grey.
Why?
It was a book. Why? It was popular. That's why.
Meowskull says, read or listen to the narration is amazing. The entire Dungeon Crawler Carl series. Oh, I'm logged in as my daughter. How nice. Hey, Adam. I'm assuming. Yeah. Okay, I will, because that does sound good.
Just look at that. They actually do look quite good.
Yeah.
Try.
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Yeah. On it.
I will listen to it once I've
more
finished the appendices of listening to Andy Serkis work through the appendices of Lord of the Rings. It is well worth it because Andy Serkis is brilliant.
Did he do a Gollum voice anytime?
Oh, of course he does. As soon as he does it in Two Towers, you're like, yeah,
my boy, he's back. It's lit RPG, very, very fun. Okay, I will give that a read. I'm in.
Nice. Right, Duncan, wrap us up.
All right, Dan. Any movie shit?
At some point. I keep meaning to put the best of the year up and then keep forgetting. So apologies. You will get the best of 2024 Monday. That's a promise, okay? I'm off on Monday. I will do it then. You'll get that. And then I think we might try and record something else because we've seen some films. Quickly, on films I've seen recently, Saw the Monkey, one of the best best horror comedies I've seen in a very long time. As it's the best horror comedy I've seen since Shaun of the Dead. I'm wondering if it's the only horror comedy I've seen since Shaun of the Dead. But it is really fucking funny. And it is really gory, but it's really, really good at the same time. And I went to see September 5th yesterday, and I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was really good.
It was March 5th yesterday, not September 5th.
That's pretty good, then.
Okay.
That was pretty good. Yeah. It's surprisingly, well, it's tense. It was a tense situation, so it's understandably tense. But yeah, I thought they did a quite good job of it. So well worth a watch.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
And I'll be binning through Daredevil the next couple of days as well. So yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they're doing that like a couple of episodes at a time, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably wait till it's all up there and then power through.
I mean, we're still working our way through Taskmaster, so
Yeah.
it feels like we're on series
I'm
4
behind
for
on
it.
Taskmaster. I need to watch that.
We've went from the beginning, and we're just working our way through very gradually, very slowly,
Nice.
as they draw their plans against us.
You should listen to the podcast that Ed Gamble does as well, because they do like an episode by episode podcast.
No,
Sort of
Duncan,
review
read
it.
the book.
Well, I mean, I love books. You should see the stack of books next to. I mean, quite a few of them might be Warhammer related. A lot of them Warhammer related. Some of them are codices, some of them are rule books, and then there's quite a fair number of Black Library books as well, because they're quite good now.
They are good. No, some of them are.
Some of them are, yeah.
Like, it's kind of that lock 100 monkeys in a room with typewriters, and they'll write the complete works of Shakespeare. Lock 6 Games Workshop writers in a room with some typewriters, and eventually they'll come up with some decent books, I think.
That is a bit unfair because the 40k ones are definitely better than the fantasy ones,
Yeah, the fancy. I agree.
which is very sad because I quite enjoy my fantasy. Anyway, right, we're winding this up. Find us on all the socials. It's at TMTOH on many platforms. Still, I think we're still on X.
Yeah,
sadly.
I'm going to move us over to Blue Sky because X, gents are still on X. The plan is for them to be off by the end of summer.
It's just gone weird on there. Like, it doesn't work properly anymore.
It doesn't. And it's not like, yeah, fuck that. And whereas Blue Sky is a bit, as you say.
I haven't found my seaweed community on Blue Sky yet, and they're still all on Twitter, which is a bit weird. But we're also on Instagram. Dan has the TMTOH Instagram.
Yes,
it is
I know.
basically Dan posting, but it is well worth following. Also, our Discord. Come join the Discord. It is a lot of fun. We do chat shit, and if you've got like minis painting up, come and share those because we're all about the minis.
I put up a very interesting link to the Cuck Chair Instagram.
Dan's also shared about the Cup Chair Instagram.
You know, let's bond over that, I suppose.
Yeah, and I think there's still a Facebook page. I mean, interestingly, TMTOH features on Facebook because whenever Dan posts something on Instagram, it comes up in Facebook stories. So, you know, yeah.
I'm not even on Facebook.
When
I've
we
been
use the
suspended
phrase
from Facebook.
wrapping it up, what does that mean to you?
I'm wrapping it up. I'm going through the socials. I'm doing the bits. Right, Russ. Cheery bye.
Bye-byes.
Dan, bye.
Oh, one more thing. No, I'm
Fuck's
joking.
sake.
I'm joking.
And Handies, thank you for watching. And everyone who's listening, thank you for listening. And with that, Russ, cue the music. And dance.